Hey guys, so we're back, and right where we left off, we're looking at back up here with these guys. They're gonna notice that it's rumbling. Why is it rumbling? A rumbling sound? Well, the screen is rumbling. That must mean something. We hear some roaring. We see a green light. Wonder what all this shit means. We don't know, but we're gonna find out in a few seconds. The only flagship in the game that we don't well, actually there's a couple flagships we don't fight. And this is one of the ones we won't. Like I said, Almiro's the only new vice captain. I just noticed that now. The funny thing is that Alfonso is the only guy in the game who you'll never fight directly as Alfonso. Like, for example, we fought deloco in the ship, we fought Belisa in the ship, we fight a couple of them on the ground. We fight a couple of them on the ground and in their ship. It's weird. So anyway, Grendel is one of the weirdest looking guys, because it doesn't make any sense. His head comes out, like, in front like this, but he's got a random, like, secondary head behind him. Like, I don't even get it. If these guys are considered machines, and, like, were made by people, shouldn't they, like, look like robots or something? Not like these weird, misshapen forms? So anyway, cool thing about Grendel is he's like the only guy in the game who doesn't use like lasers or something. He just says, fuck it, I'm gonna punch them. And stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Voice acting doesn't fit what he's doing. It did for the first few seconds, not the rest. Blast, retreat. The battle hasn't even started. I love how he just like whines about everything. He's like, don't question me. I want to be a good leader. Wow, I should just have like an orgasm over it. It's kind of funny. Anyway. So we're gonna heal up on everything. The people don't really have to be healed that much because really the next two battles are gonna be ship battles, and hopefully we can get through at least one of them. How's everyone looking? We got torpedoes, cannons. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. Whatever. Maybe in the Dreamcast version you should be able to like change their super weapon, because I don't know why they offer you to like highlight it, but whatever. So all we have to do is go on to that, which will lead to the next cutscene here, where we see a foot coming down and walking, and you're gonna see the Ixotakans like King and Asapa are gonna be walking behind him, well, floating behind him. And we notice that there's the deloco ship, but something different about his ship. It's got a different handgun, obviously. And he's talking about this thing about the moonstone cannon, because there's no revolver gun on the front anymore. Yeah, the green little area is probably the longest one in the game, actually, out of all the campaigns. Well, not like campaigns, but out of all, like, the crystals. The green one takes the longest, pretty much. Technically, the silver takes the longest, but we'll understand how the silver one works later. The green one goes by pretty short. I mean, the green one's pretty long. The red one was pretty long, too. The blue one, when we get there, is pretty long. Purple is really short. Yellow is maybe even shorter, because I usually don't go searching around for what I need in there. And then we're at silver, so then at silver not much really happens, but yeah. So as we notice, Grendel's going crazy, as we see, because Grendel is just freaking out. And again, this also backs up the idea that Grendel is, you know, like the first few letters are the same as the color green. flexes his three-fingered hand, and destroys an island. Now, I still understand this. How come the island was floating before he punched it, and it wasn't that big? It had like enough room for one tree on it, and yet it broke into a bunch of things that were able to fall. Like, I don't... Like, this is where the game doesn't make much sense. It's kind of like... There's no water for these things to be floating on. So, why are they floating? Anyway, so there's the game again. Why? I was wondering why the world is floating in the air. It's like the question of the game. Like, what is holding up all this land? Because technically the planet should implode because everything is going to want to come into the middle. Anyway, so here we go. First battle here is against the Chameleon for the second time. I'm sorry I talked like that whole cutscene, but not much was really happening. It's not a big cutscene. Later in the game they have some pretty big ass cutscenes, so, and they're like important and they're huge and you're like, shit, we better watch this because this is pretty intense. Anyway, so I'm gonna try out some new stuff because I bought some new stuff off camera. You don't even have to do that. You can win this fight without it. It's just I feel like buying new weapons because it's just who I am. Anyway, I'm tired again. I always seem to be tired when I'm doing these vids. Why? And let's hope I don't die this time like I did last time. Because if I died this time, that would be really gay. So I don't want to go cutting this video again and cutting back to when I lived and stuff. It's very gay. I don't like it. Anyway, so we're getting through this. I'm going to try to start recording audio and visual at the same time. Like, well, I mean, like, the gameplay stuff and the voice stuff at the same time. Like, it might not sync up right, but whatever, I'll do my best. But just not in this one, in the next one. So he's got a little plan here that if you sit still, you won't be able to knock him off, and the Moonstone Cannon will not miss. So you have two chances. I'll either go out going close. Going in close involves you doing lots of damage, which is why I did it, because I purposely saved all this so I could do it. If I do this, I'm willing to assure you we probably won't be able... Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do instead. It's one of the cool things you can do in the game. I'm going to heal up, focus, and then we're going to make sure our guy is stronger, and then protect, because we'll definitely have enough next turn to use the harpoon cannon, and we're doing pretty good. And we're running out of time soon, so we're going to see me beat this guy probably next time, hopefully. If we can do that, we're pretty lucky. I'm not sure if I'm going to do these emulator games, especially because if I have a Game Boy player on my GameCube, it'd be easy to record with that at least. But it's just that some of my Game Boy games aren't going to be that great to do playthroughs of. I know one that I could do. I do want to do the emulator ones though, because that way I can have a way bigger library of games and it'd be way more fun to play through. Yeah, I know, maybe you won't. Like, I've done a bunch of testing and really the quality isn't that good, but it's better than nothing. The Mega Man one's gonna be fun. I actually had Mega Man Battle Network 5, at least Team Proto Man. I don't know what happened to it, but I don't have it anymore. Anyway, so we're getting to the end. That was the test cannon, which you said Moonstone Cannon earlier, but anyway, we're reaching the end of this video now. So you're going to see me get ready for the harpoon cannon, and you're probably not going to see me use it. So when we come back, you're going to see me use the harpoon cannon. See you guys later. Peace.